Hi, Assalamualaikum and have a great day to Dr. Halim. We are from BJMQ3013 Quality Management Group F. We will present about supply chain in automotive industry. Before we start presenting, allow me to introduce my group member. Our leader is Nazatul Hazika binti Abdul Malik with matric number 269593. Then me myself Nabila binti Abdul Rashid 270124, followed by Huda Nur Najwa binti Muda Alang 271707, Intan Nur Fazrina binti Suhaimi 271040, and Siti Nur Azimah binti Isman 272859.
Supply chain is a system that connects a business and the suppliers to develop and implement a product to their client. Organizations build supply chains to save money and to stay competitive in the marketplace. Supply chain management is essential because an effective supply network results in lower costs and a shorter production cycle. According to Chopra, supply chain includes all parties engaged directly or indirectly in delivering a client request. The supply chain encompasses all processes involved in receiving and fulfilling a client request inside each business. New product creation, marketing, operation, distribution, financing, and customer support are a few of these functions. Supply chain includes producers, suppliers, warehouses, transportation company, distribution hubs, and retailers. Reliable suppliers are required for the successful of supply chain management process. As supplier play a big role in the success of SCM process, we decided to focus on supplier in automotive industry. The automotive sector includes all enterprises and operation involved in the manufacturing vehicles, as well as the majority of its components, such as engines and bodywork, but excludes tires, batteries, and fuels. Automobile was first created in Europe in the late 18th. United States controlled the worldwide industry during the first half of the 20th century. The situation drastically altered in the second part of the 20th century when Western countries and Japan emerged as a major makers and exporters. Automobile industry has become one of the most important company in Malaysia since it first produced car in 1983 by Proton. Malaysia now has over 20 manufacturing and assembles plant producing passenger cars, commercial vehicles, motorcycles, scooters, and other vehicles. In 2019, the total number of passenger cars and commercial vehicles manufactured and assembled is projected to be approximately 572,000. That makes Malaysia is the third biggest country in Southeast Asia that produce cars after Thailand and Indonesia.
Okay, for the source of suppliers, in the automotive industry, there are three ways for suppliers to obtain automotive resources, namely from local companies that produce automotive materials, from automotive companies that produce their own automotive materials, or from foreign suppliers who import automotive materials to Malaysia for use by local automotive factories. Local automotive resources obtained by suppliers from local companies are sources that suppliers obtain from within Malaysia. For example, in Malaysia, among the factories involved in the manufacture and production of automotive materials is BHN Industries Sdn Bhd. In fact, BHN is a market leader in the production of automobile components, with a long list of clients including Honda, Proton, Produa, Volkswagen, and Toyota. Meanwhile, the automotive source that the suppliers obtains from the production of its own automotive material is where the automotive company itself produce and manufacture automotive materials for the assembly and manufacture of cars. For example, Proton Holding Berhad is a Malaysian car and automotive firms that design, manufactures, distributes, and sells automobiles. In addition, the resources that suppliers obtain from abroad are resources imported from abroad such as Japan, Germany, and Australia. With the availability of such suppliers company, local factories are easy to obtain automotive materials in the assembly and manufacture of cars, and in return can produce product on time and according to consumer demand. Next, for the strategic suppliers are those who cover a large number of business, as much as 60 to 80%, who shows loyalty to their organizational partners with limited and exclusive distribution by providing growth and profit to the organization. As we know that supplier strategy goes through two ways. A large number of companies focus on what suppliers can do for them, rather than on what they can do with suppliers to lower costs and address risks. A strategic supplier is a long-term supplier of an organization or someone who provide goods or services that are difficult to find elsewhere to those who provide essential ingredients for the success of an organization's product or service. Lastly, performance suppliers. In the automotive sector, suppliers' performance is a business activities that measure, analysis, and manage an organization suppliers' performance in order to save costs, decrease risk, and drive continuous development. This is an essential factor to consider when assessing supplier performance. To increase profit, a great number of automotive firms depend on time delivery, price reduction, and the quality of service provided by their suppliers. As a consequence, effective suppliers' performance management has a direct impact on suppliers' change overall quality. That is why it is critical to develop an effective process for improving it, accelerating its progress, and ensuring the service of product quality. Automotive firms may ensure and maintain the fitness service by evaluating and comparing supply performance and removing suppliers who do not meet performance criteria. Not only that, but in terms of supply performance, automotive firms will set the bar for suppliers to grasp customer demands and expectations. This may lead to strategic value-added relationship in which supplier performance and efficiency improve.
First of all, Proton or Perusahaan Automobil Nasional Sdn Bhd was Malaysia's first car manufacturing firm. Proton established on 1983 and their slogan is Inspiring Connection. Proton successfully produced several original design and domestic use models. Among the products that have been successfully produced are Proton Saga, Proton Wira, Iris, Exora, Prive, Persona, and many more. Proton's supplier is Petronas as a fluid supplier, Mitsubishi is supplier of car engine, Youngman is supplier of bumpers, grills, light signal, and mirrors, while the technology supplier for Proton is Honda. As a supplier of Proton, Mitsubishi sending their sympathy and condolence to anyone who losing a loved one because of the COVID-19. But at the same time, Mitsubishi still strives to fulfill its social responsibility by maintaining the business needed to support people's daily life. The movement control order has restricted production of the product. However, it allowed Proton to remain competitive and produce several new models. The COVID-19 cases is still at worrying level and Proton is always aware of the current situation, especially the factories located in Selangor and Perak. In this situation, Proton need to ensure that the product production process is not affected to meet customer demand. Next, Produa is the second automotive manufacturer in Malaysia. It was established in 1993 with slogan Building Cars People First, and its factory is located at Selangor. Produa produce mini cars and super mini that make it different with others. Among product is Produa Kancil, Myvi, Exia, Viva, Beza, and others. For our information, Produa supplier is only Daihatsu. This is because Produa did not plan or engineer major components such as engine and components because Produa car use component design from Daihatsu. Daihatsu as a supplier is also affected by the COVID-19. Because of several workers have been infected, Daihatsu decided to pause production. The matter has made Produa more affected due to lack of supply. But Produa quickly did not lower the overall sales forecast for the year. To address this, Produa needs to ensure that the vendor are able to provide a good supply of spare parts and components to meet the demand for Produa.
Kichiri Toyoda created TMC, Toyota Motor Corporation, which is a Japanese multinational corporation. He was also known as King of Japan because he was able to develop a first vehicle-based transportation despite having difficulties in financial. Toyota vehicles were warmly accepted by people because of their high-quality design that set them apart from other vehicle manufacturers. Toyota first established in Malaysia in 1982 at Selangor. There are several Toyota productions that receive positive feedback in Malaysia, such as Toyota Camry, Toyota Innova, and Toyota Vios. Toyota, known as the second largest automaker in the world, they relies on a massive supply chain. Having a sophisticated network of suppliers is a must in order to catch up with their competitors in the global market. Tesla Motor, Bridgestone Americas, and Cypress Semiconductor was some of the Toyota Corporation major suppliers. As we are aware with the negative impact affected most of the world economic sector due to COVID-19, it is including Tesla Motor and Bridgestone Americas, as they announced to temporarily closure due to this pandemic. Their announcement indirectly caused Toyota to suspend some of their activities as they lack of supply from their major supplier. Despite all the difficulties during COVID-19, Toyota Corporation decided to provide face protection and transportation for patients that get infected by the virus to lighten up the burden of frontliner and help to prevent the spread of the virus itself.
Proton, Produa, and Toyota. First of all, Proton or Perusahaan Automobil Nasional Sdn Bhd was Malaysia's first car manufacturing firm. Proton established on 1983 and their slogan is Inspiring Connection. Proton successfully produced several original design and domestic use models. Among the products that have been successfully produced are Proton Saga, Proton Wira, Iris, Exora, Prive, Persona, and many more. Proton's supplier is Petronas as a fluid supplier, Mitsubishi is supplier of car engine, Youngman is supplier of bumpers, grills, light signal, and mirrors, while the technology supplier for Proton is Honda. As a supplier of Proton, Mitsubishi sending their sympathy and condolence to anyone who losing a loved one because of the COVID-19. But at the same time, Mitsubishi still strives to fulfill its social responsibility by maintaining the business needed to support people's daily life. The movement control order has
leading implications in the organizations that need to guide and manage their subordinates to achieve their objective regarding on the organizational effectiveness and efficiency. To lead other employees is not very easy task because a leader needs to give motivation and inspiration to their subordinates. It will allow all the employees have the sense of self in performing their tasks. Supply also will be interested with the leader that can handle overall of their organizations and offering supply of their automotive components. Supplier likes to cooperate with the company that have high credibility in the performing duties and always serve by selling supplier to the company.
Next, organizing. In the automotive business, supply chain organization is critical for a variety of reasons, including defining each employee's responsibility and roles, fostering positive connection between manufacturers and employees, and efficiently gathering automotive manufacturing resources. For instance, supply chain management emphasizes the significance of among various organizational units, including productions department, sales department, marketing department, and R&D department. This is because it is easier to ensure all of the organization's necessary duties are assigned and implemented when the organization has established structures. The most important effects of organizational structure on productivity are that it allows for better communications between the departments. When employees have a defined job description, they know what they are supposed to do and who they are supposed to supervise or help. This enables them to determine who to collaborate with. When the whole organizations started to communicate effectively with the supply chain management, there is positive impact of reducing problems such as defects, returns, and complaints. The impact towards organization is organizing management will help to improve overall operations of automotive industry such as Toyota, Honda, Produa, Volkswagen, and Proton. Planning might go to waste if a company fails to properly arrange the assets and their resources. For example, through well communications company can reduce the supply chain delays. Therefore, in a well-managed supply chain, all operations must work well together to deliver the highest level of customer value in order to meet all the demands of the customers. Plus, controlling. Automotive industry may maintain control over details to guarantee that everything follows the organizational goals and beliefs. Controlling ensures that the resources of the organization are utilized effectively and efficiently to achieve the intended results. In either way, controlling is the process of comparing the results and performance with the organizational main goals. The impact of applying these controlling managements in the automobile industry, this can help to achieve organizational goals, promote maximum resource use, increase overall performance, and save costs. For example, Toyota's company can implement the process of controlling in the car production started by establishment of standards, measurements of actual performance, make the comparisons of actual performance and with the standards, and lastly, make the correction action if necessary. Furthermore, particularly in the automotive business, a product with insufficient quality control might result in costly recalls. Dangerous items have the potential to cause car accidents and endanger the drivers. As a result, management controlling can spot defects in a product before it is introduced to the general public. Controlling management can give a positive impact to determine the function and quality of the product in order to decrease the risk of traffic injuries. Company can also make arrangements with suppliers and manufacturers for contingency and risk mitigation measures as quality control. Conclusion: a supply chain is described as the complete process of producing and selling commercial goods. In automotive industry, suppliers can obtain resources in three ways, which is from local companies to the manufacturer automotive materials, or automotive companies that manufacture their own automotive materials, or foreign suppliers who import materials to the Malaysians. In this global context, however, cutting manufacturing and variable cost is critical in order to retain and survive high levels of competitiveness. As a result, selecting a reputable supplier is crucial to their success. On the other hand, our automotive sector is now experiencing a number of troubles and concerns. The COVID-19 epidemic, which swept the country, has impacted a wide range of industries, including the industrial automotive sector, such as Proton, Produa, and Toyota. Hence, to address these issues, every automobile firm must have a strategic plan as a backup in case the scenario changes. As a result, the automotive industries can employ four management functions to improve supply chain management. With careful planning, the supplier will be able to provide a wide range of high-quality components for the automotive industry. Thank you.